According to my findings, the air, our breathing space, is filled with nanotechnology. It appears to be designed for the purpose of learning and modifying the nervous system from within the physical body, using the person's own experiences for configuration. Some people show symptoms of strange spots which at times oozes liquids and fibers. The phenomenon is known as Morgellons disease. Morgellons is composed of GMO bacterium, and the scars are the exit wounds of fibers which function as electrochemical nanobots. It is sensitive to both electricity and magnetism, including radio waves. Its structure or configuration collapses under significant EMPs, and it can be disoriented by negative magnetic fields, typically the stronger the better. Investigations imply that Morgellons is caused by chemtrails. What science calls bonds is a thing that joins atoms together to form molecules. For example, the molecule we call water is composed of two hydrogen atoms bonded to an oxygen atom, and bonds connect different types of atoms to form different types of molecules. Bonds are simply magnets at this scale of reality. Now, given the simplicity of the water molecule, two hydrogen atoms magnetically attached to one oxygen atom, consider the various expressions of its use, the various life forms which have lived and do live on Earth, all of whom interact with the electromagnetic spectrum. The rain of chemtrail clouds produces what in time comes out of the skin as Morgellons, and the life form it seeks to sustain is basically artificial intelligence. It uses humans as its primary host, but in any case piggybacks Earth's life forms based on our bioelectrical emissions to implement a digitized yet functional replacement of the world for control and surveillance purposes. Think of it as a continuous stream of edited news relevant to your life, running concurrently with a continuous summons for all of your information for consensus. That's basically the function of the nanobots according to my experience and findings. The technology called Hive is to chemtrails what a remote control is to a television. My experience and findings imply that it is a two-way system which seeks to provoke required behavioral patterns and implement systems for the regulation of a negative but functioning society. In essence, the system is designed to encourage interpretations within the mind which seduce people into broadcasting enough negative energy to support the presence of intelligent negative forces within our environment. The electrochemical structure that are chemtrails have resulted in part in our breathing space shifting from neutral into a state of being charged, and it contains red blood cells, which in our bodies supports the circulation of oxygen. The fibers pertaining to Morgellons, the exit wounds, are said to be sophisticated enough to mimic the neurological structure of the human eye. It may be only a matter of computer processing power that determines whether each nanobot is represented by a pixel on a computer screen somewhere. In any case, by about 2003, I had read about what was being described as a frequency fence which was going to be implemented by 2004, which was effectively a ceiling for the purpose of obstructing the connection between our regular senses from our higher senses. The thing is, it are our higher senses which enable us to understand what is going on. Aspects such as what we call intuition and the inner voice have been replicated by the AI and are the source of the problem in a social capacity. My theory on gang stalking is that it is a real, physical social problem involving immediate human planning at times and for various reasons and excuses, possibly pertaining to the targeted individual, but the system which underpins gang stalking relates to what some media outlets are calling transhumanism. The neurological effects of the modified airspace manipulate strings of reason. It provokes artificial anxiety and artificial neural empathy to further encourage negative functional connections. An analogy for the reason for the various levels of interpretations of the phenomenon resulting in gang stalking, for example, could be how we see hygiene. Once upon a time, some people used to relate hygiene to specifically visible dirt, etc., but were still getting sick until they realized that bacteria is rarely visible. After a refinement in their education and resulting actions, they were better able to handle the hygiene problem from the perspective of the mind's eye. What you know will show you how personally not to take gang stalking and the like. With an open mind, let what you learn empower you to protect your mind and body. I recommend the study of biology, There are good sites such as innerbody.com, which offers detailed 3D illustrations. The next step in that direction I'd recommend is Taoism, as it details specific information about the human energy system based on breathing, the organs, the muscles, the tendons, etc. The mental picture offers a sense of security, and the practices on a whole would boost your physical and energetic immune system, increasing physical strength, sharpening the mind, and strengthening organs and bones and more. The good thing about it also is that once you have learned it, you can implement activities in seconds which unlock reservoirs of positive energy, which you can even direct to your bones to help cultivate red and white blood cells for your body, and all are safe with no negative side effects once you do it correctly. I would also encourage you to study electricity, motion, magnetism, and the relationship between them. The purpose of this video is to share my findings, offering support if required. I know I don't have all the answers, but I hope you found it useful. I may do more videos, but in the meantime, you're welcome to leave a comment or ask any questions. Thank you for watching. Peace.